Your actions have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 3 and the featured contracts. And today's contract, Tuk-Tuk Bang Bang, set in Mumbai. So today's briefing, Namaste 47. 4 of the tuk-tuk vendors are overcharging ruthlessly. They forbid reasonable vendors to come to this area. For this, the common people who must walk to work are suffering from heat stroke, especially the elder ones, as they cannot afford their rates. Thankfully, their tuk-tuk exploded with them due to the scorching heat. Or is it you, 47? And today's contract has been supplied to us courtesy of Zubin 47. So today we have 4 targets available to us with no stipulations on how we go about killing them or what we wear whilst we do so, but we cannot be spotted doing anything illegal. So for today's challenge we will be starting undercover on the hill. We will have a remote emetic gas grenade in a briefcase also stored up on the hill, and we're going to bring with us a silenced pistol. So, right from the start and off the bat, I don't think I've ever actually started from this point before. It's a little bit unfamiliar to me, but the first thing we're going to do is drop down off of the roof onto this ledge and retrieve our gas grenade, and then retrace our steps back to where we started and down the stairs here. Now our first target is just down these stairs off to our right. Now they want exploding tuk-tuks, so we're going to give them exploding tuk-tuks. So at the bottom of the stairs we're going to hang a quick left, and just behind the JCB in the junkyard we will find a propane cylinder. We're going to take that propane cylinder and we're going to make our way back the way we came towards the train yard and around the back of the shipping containers, and that here we will find another JCB. We're going to throw our propane cylinder at the scoop just on the floor there, and that will attract the attention of our target. He will come around to investigate, and while we're waiting for him we're going to remove our gas grenade from our briefcase and place it in our pocket, and then select our silenced pistol. And at this point our target is now just arriving, so we can blow him up. So we didn't quite get his tuk-tuk with that one. I was a bit worried about collateral damage, so we lured him a little way away. So 1 target down, we now have 3 more targets to get. Before we go and get them, we are going to do a little bit of legwork, a bit of setting up. So we're going to head for the Crow's Nest hideout just down by the harbour area here, and we're going to retrieve ourselves a few more propane cylinders. Now there are a couple just along the pathway ahead of us. There are also a couple down in the Crow's Nest, and that is where we're going to go. So once we get to the rear of the Crow's Nest beach hideout, we're going to wait for the patrolling guard inside to make his way into the room before we turn off and then on again the generator. That will get his attention, and we don't want to attract the attention of the guard sitting watching TV. And the reason for this is that the patrolling guard has the key. So we're going to render him unconscious when he arrives, leave his body there, collect up the key that he drops, retrieve our briefcase, make our way up the stairs and in through the upper door. This is just to avoid the guard downstairs possibly seeing the body. He probably won't, but just to be safe. So once we've entered into the building, we're going to make our way down into the Crow's Nest. Now we need to be on the other end of this corridor area, and there are enforcers pretty much everywhere, so there's no clear-cut route. You could try running past the enforcers on the right, but it is a high risk maneuver. The safer but much slower option is to take the corridor on the left. We're just going to follow the two patrolling guards down the corridor. They stop at each end for a few moments before turning around. We're going to stop at this closet right here, and we're going to duck inside and wait for the two guards to return past us. There they go. Then we can freely move on to the end of the corridor through the door at the end, and on the shelves here we will find two propane cylinders, and we're going to take both of them. So we're going to add one to our empty briefcase, take the second, and then we're going to make our way up and out of the crow's nest via the stairs at this end of the corridor. Just be aware of the patrolling enforcer you can see on instinct up there. He will momentarily move away past the stairwell and start a conversation with another guard behind us at the top of the stairs, and he will have his back to us at that point. So once he moves away, we can then casually walk up the stairs, bolt for the door in front of us, and make our way through this building. Check on instinct where the enforcer is off to our right. He's not facing us, so we can make our way along the canal and out towards Rangin Tower. Now here we will encounter another of our targets, and he is the gentleman just here on our left. We're going to place one of our propane cylinders just on the floor in front of his tuk-tuk, and then we're going to retrieve our second propane cylinder. Remember to pick up your briefcase, we're not done with that yet. We're going to make our way over to the central area here in the plaza, and we're going to place our propane cylinder on the black square next to the yellow square just to the right of the bin. So there you can see it there. And then we're going to hide behind the minivan here and take a shot at that propane cylinder so that it starts to leak. We're then going to replace our gas grenade into the briefcase, select our detonator, make our way across the plaza here to our next target. Now this target is surrounded by people, and next to his tuk-tuk is a large cache of gas cylinders, so we can't blow him up there. It's just too risky. We'd end up killing about 5 or 6 people. So we're just going to trigger our gas grenade once we're next to him and retreat back to our position behind the minivan, and eventually our target will make his way over and be sick in the bin next to the propane cylinder that we've already placed. And we will get a nice double explosion for this one, because when we shoot the propane cylinder, not only does it kill our target, it blows up one of the cars. And he gained quite a bit of height there. So we're going to move away and let that panic calm down, and we're going to retrace our steps back towards the Crow's Nest Beach hideout. But along the way we will encounter this server gentleman on the phone, and just behind him is another propane cylinder. So we're going to grab that, continue on down towards the Crow's Nest, and along the way we will pass our next target. Now he currently has a friend with him and they're engaged in conversation, so we're just going to wait right here, and when the friend walks away, as he's doing now, we're then going to throw our propane cylinder at our target's feet, just short of where he is, to allow for the bounce and roll. And then we're going to run past our target to a safe distance and look over our shoulder, and the target will go and investigate the propane cylinder, and then he will return back to his tuk-tuk, light his cigarette, and he will be launched into space. So definitely the most spectacular of the kills so far. So that is 3 targets taken care of, and only one more to go, and he is the tuk-tuk driver back in the plaza area. So we're just going to plant ourselves behind this minivan, that's the other one here, and we're just going to take 2 quick shots at the propane cylinder. Not quite as epic as the last guy. I definitely think the last guy wins on height alone. So that is our 4 tuk-tuk drivers taken care of in heat related explosions. All that's left for us to do is to make good our escape, and the nearest exit is just across the plaza. So there we go, one more featured contract taken care of. That was quite a fun one to do as it was. It did involve a bit of legwork, but we got there in the end. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.